Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jacob, and I want to welcome you to the Astrolarium. Last night was the first night that I was able to go out and have a full night of imaging. However, I planned rather poorly. I wanted to capture M16 or the Eagle Nebula. However, I was not particularly paying attention to the moon. I know, rookie mistake. So, I tried for about an hour and I got about 20 or so minutes of actual usable data, which it's not the worst I've done, but definitely could have been smarter about it. Anyways, when I realized that that was not going to work, I went back to the Crescent Nebula. Surprise, I know. I've done basically nothing but capture the Crescent since I got my new rig. However, I changed my approach and I went with longer sub exposures, going with about 2 minutes instead of just 1 minute that I had been doing. I think this change alone greatly improved my results, which you will see at the end of this video. However, with the Eagle Nebula, I wanted to test out the Wizard program since they've added a new one from Luca Matico. So that's what I'm doing here today. I really like his programs. They've been of great use to me, especially as such a beginner. And so I wanted to go back in and try out his new StackingWizard, along with the newest version of AstroWizard. So let's get started. Okay, now we are in the StackingWizard. It is a beta. I think he just released the second edition of the beta today or yesterday, one of the days. As of August 23rd, 2026, this is the most recent version. This will be the most recent version of both StackingWizard and AstroWizard. So when you come in here, you go in here, choose the night's folder. So let's go to, I'll just do it like this, open up that one, go to my Askar 71F that I use, click the Eagle Nebula, select folder, give it a second to think. It'll read how many of each one you have. I have them named specifically, the biases, flats, darks, and lights. That way, I don't know if that actually changes anything or not. I would assume it does, but I'm not actually sure. That is a good thing. So he has his beta notes down here. Point the wizard to the folder your scope filled. Headers are red, frames are sorted into their... Okay, yeah. So yes, you name them each, the biases, darks, flats, and lights. And you could do this. I finished stacks. I messed with it a little bit ago just to kind of see, but this will be the first time I'm going all the way through and just playing with it. So once you have it loaded in, it tells you how many how many bias frames you had, how many dark frames you had, and how many flat frames you had. So I had 50 bias, 20 darks, and 28 flats. I had 30 flats, 2 of them. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it acts like it is a non-existent file, so I deleted them, and now I only have 28. But for this, I think it'll be fine. So you go over here, click looks right, grade the night. I like that. I didn't even know it rhymed. Anyways, so now we just can watch here through the pixel peeper and the bird's eye once it's done stacking. So you can look through each individual frame. Yeah, so here I have 13 2-minute sub exposures, so 26 minutes of actual usable data. And so yeah, you can see here the stars look fairly nice, fairly round. The whole image looks pretty good. You can flick through them yourself and just kind of look at them all. And then you can also look through these if you want to keep them. But as you can tell, I won't keep them because I know they're not good. I don't think any of them are particularly that good given the circumstances of me capturing them being right next to the moon, and it was dumb. Oh well. So yeah, you can flick through them. You can see most of them are star trailed, some a little worse than others. But and then you got this. I don't even know what quite happened here. Maybe tree or cloud or something just starting to come into frame. Anyways, so now you can begin stacking. You can either choose more or choose less. it looked like by just clicking the little arrow. And so on the left here, I can see each. Is this just okay? So this will be each frame, and I believe this is the as live stacking. You watching it stack. I don't know why it's doing this. This is odd. Okay, so yeah, this looks like the full stack just because the noise is significantly less than the individual ones here. Okay, and now it says stacked to the handoff. So click that. It looks like you can either save the stack or send to AstroWizard. So I will now send to AstroWizard. And it should open up AstroWizard. There it is. Hang on. There it is. Okay, and honestly, for 26 minutes, that ain't that bad. I mean, it's overall just not great, but given what it is, I'm not too upset with that. So I'm gonna come down here, and oh gosh, there's been so many updates since I last showed a video of me messing with it. It is a really cool program. I do really like it. Luke from Luca Matico channel has done an amazing job with it, and I'm really happy. So go over here, one shot color plus dual band filter. There we go. Just select it, and then next steps. Okay, so I always like to crop in a little bit. Let's make it just to make sure we're not with the stacking with the edges and whatnot. I'm good with all of that because it's already 16 by 9. All right. So background smoothing, default. This will take just a moment. Yeah, that actually worked wonderfully. That removed that image. Oops, I wanted to see if I could see the original. Yeah, there you go. So before, after, not bad. Neutralize the background. Let's see. Very nice. And then I have the exterminators, the Russell Croman RC Astro exterminators. I like them a lot. I highly recommend them if you're getting into it and you have the little extra money to spend on them. They are definitely worth the money, 100%. I just like, look how crazy that is. Like, let me get in here real quick and like some of these stars right here. Yeah, see how crazy that is? That is so awesome. That is 13 out of 10. Get that back in the middle there. So linear noise reduction, do a little normal. It's quite noisy because it's only 16 or 13 frames, but it's fine. Oh yeah, that cleaned it up quite nicely. Now the stretch wizard. So usually the right way to start, unlinked, worth a look for strong dual band cast. Oh, both bands. You pick the depth next. Let's do linked. Deep, keep colors, custom deep. Let's do deep, keep colors. I like that one. Yeah, look how good that looks. Even for just a little bit of time. So go ahead, remove stars with star exterminator. And it just, you don't need these, you don't need those plugins for this. There are the free versions that are in the program itself, and it still looks really nice, still looks real good. So foundation and palettes. Let's hit an auto color balance, see what it looks like. Yeah, see, I like that. I like a nice little auto color balance. Get in there. Perfect. I think that works. So let's darken the sky a skosh. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's hit up a saturated a little bit. Yeah, now we're talking. And pop it. I like that. I like that. Makes it look nice. And then you can come into curves if you want. I don't know why it keeps coming over to this one and mess with it. So did I not apply that? I don't think I applied that. You are an idiot. God, pay attention to what you're doing. Good Lord, dude. Okay, now pop the saturation difference scrunch. Okay, now click apply. There we go. Yeah. Very nice. I am not unhappy with that. Okay, so you can also blue to teal, let's see. Not really going to do much. You can cool it down. Actually, yeah, I think that the cooldown kind of helped a little bit there. Apply a light noise reduction. I don't actually think that's necessary. Let's see what it does. See if it overdoes it or makes it too crunchy. No, I don't think so. I don't think that looks half bad. What happens if I do this? Nothing. At least not. Yeah, didn't really do a whole lot. Not this time. Okay, I think I'm going to, oh wait, replace the stars. There you go. The stars look quite nice. Maybe shrink them a little bit. Just a skosh, yeah, there you go. Replace stars. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I prefer doing it a different way. Let's try this again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Drop down star brightness again to that, which I like. Soft, screen it in. I prefer the way the screen looks. There's a green to them. Hang on. Let's see if that'll... There we go. Now we're talking. I think that looks quite nice. I think that actually looks quite nice for 26 minutes worth of data. I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, please leave a like and a subscribe. Good Lord, my stutter. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.